And welcome back to Horse Racing Today as we catch another muddy day, sloppy day. Seems like we caught a lot of those this summer at Horseshoe Indianapolis today with Hollywood. Hey, Terry, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm just having a little computer problem again today, so had to fix that. That's why I'm a little bit late.
Yeah, well, computers always give us problems. Let's get some cash, Don Johnson. Indeed. Hello, Michael Hebert. His computer crashed again. LOL. Yes, indeed. That's the case. How did you know that? All right. So real quick, and maybe he's crashed it for you, Terry.
Good.
Guaranteed tip sheet, free picks today. I believe they are. Oh, I got to press the right button to know where they are at. Free picks today. There is a link in the description below. It's Thistle Downs. It's a free track. I feel like a lot of good value there today. That's why we made that the free track at the end of the day right here, Ellis Park. It'll say Horseshoe Indianapolis. You click on that. You'll get a replay of today's show right at the top, as well as our picks, comments, and our Benny in the Bets suggested wagers. Then, of course, when you're here, please hit that HRT gear and then get yourself a hat or a T-shirt like Terry and I are sporting today. The same time, in the link in the description on YouTube, you will find a link to our smart sheets as well as an explanation how to use them and a tip jar. Kindly use that. 8A at 8A. Nice to see you as well. Saw the show yesterday. His computer popped. Mine did too yesterday. It was, I don't know, just a crappy day. All right. Anyway, race number 1, Terry, at a wet. Oh, yeah. No turf races today either. So what's the story in the first race?
Okay. So in this first race, it's a mile. It's a maiden race. It's a purse of $43,520 for maidens 2-year-olds.
Yes. At 1 mile, the profile of a winner at that Horseshoe Indianapolis track is early speed. 35% of the horses that win do so on the wire. Outside in is the best way to go from post positions 7 on in. So far, nobody's won from 8 or out. There are a lot of race horses in race number 1 making their first start. You see that down here in our race shape. The 3 did show some pressuring ability, or following along the leader, so to speak. The 4 horse closed. Didn't finish within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. So really, when we're looking at a bunch of no's and 1 yes, first-time starters is really where you want to look, Terry. And who do you see in that list?
Well, you can see there that 6 has a 2.67, and then the 5 is 2.6, 2 also 2.6, and the 1 2.54. That's out of 3 points maximum that they can get, and 3 of them have back bullets, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, meaning that they did pretty well. Terry, looks like the 2 horse might be the best jockey combination, although the 6 horse will give it a go for its money. Everybody looking for their first dub today, Terry, in race number 1. Who's going to collect the winner's check for the very first time?
Okay, well, I like in this race the 3 In Ordinary. Ran 3rd versus Tupper in his last race, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like Arabia Wild, the 6. He is a first-time starter whose sire wins 16% of the races with first-time starters. Dam has 3 winners from 8 starters. 2 of those were stakes winners, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Horse of the Sea, another first-time starter. 2 horse has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey and a good workout, July 29th. And then 5, also a first-time starter, has a Dam that wins, has 7 winners from 10 starters, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
3 horse In Ordinary. Should be anything close to extraordinary, perhaps, versus these. It is a track dropper coming in or coming up I-95 and across 76, I guess, to Horseshoe Indianapolis from Gulfstream Park. Big drop in class. It is, as we saw in our list here, the only yes horse has hit par, and 79% chance today can hit par again, which is a speed figure of 71 according to Brisnet. Arabia Wild is our top-rated first-time starter. As you pointed out, Terry does have that back bullet workout. Horse of the Sea, the 2 horse next for me, too, tied for the second-rated first-time starter, also has a back bullet. I'm going to take the 1 horse, Nick the Quick. Not as highly rated in our system as the 5. A little bit of a dip there, but does have that back bullet workout. So I'm going to give that the edge over to the 3-point stars, 3 stars, and 3621. And Terry mentioned no bets for him. We do Benny in the Bets. So we have $100 budget that we can do whatever we want with. but so far we've done nothing. I usually think they're a little bit slow at Horseshoe Indianapolis. I'll keep an eye on the race, Terry. So let's just jet our way through race number 2 real quick.
All right, so this is a 6 furlong race, and it's a claiming race. $5,000 claiming price, purse $14,000. Registered Indiana bred fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races.
So yeah, early speed 35% of the time, wire to wire. Outside horses do better than inside horses. We'll just focus, Terry, on the speed horses here. Maybe the race shape. You see, most of the horses want to be middle forward. That could favor horses that want to come from off the pace. But if you're looking for speed, where are you going to look, Terry?
Well, you can see that all of them have quite a bit of speed, with the 3, 4, and 1 showing the most speed. I think it's in anybody's race to get to that quarter pole first.
Yes, you got maybe some closers in there. The 9, the 3, the 7, and the 8. They're up in the front there too. 9, 3, 8, and 5 are your top 4 total pace horses. You want to look at the rest of the Smart Sheet data for race number 2. Again, there's a link in the description on YouTube as well as an explanation on what all the data points mean and how to use them. Terry, explain who you like and why.
I like the 9 Outlaw Woman. She has finished in the money in 4 races out of her 6 starts, finishing 3rd versus Tougher in her last race. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Keen Annie, the 5, finished 8th in her last race after having trouble at the start of the race, but had finished in the money in 4 previous races, winning 1 of the starts, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 1 is finished in the money in 5 races out of 7 starts at Ellis Park, winning 1 of the races. Has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 29% of the races when dropping a horse off a claim. Her best dirt speed is fast Montana starters, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Sunny's Flame, the 3, is my long shot, won her last race at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Play the very first Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 413, $1, pick 41359 with the 126, with the 14, with the 59, $48 ticket.
That's a lot less than $48, Terry. That is $12.24, I think.
Well, it's $1, pick 4.
Oh, they're $1. Ah, well.
Yeah.
I got to cut mine down then, I guess.
Yeah, we'll let you slide.
I forgot about that. Anyway, that is $48. All right, well, I get to slide a little bit. All right, race number 2 for me. I should pay attention to those things. Sunny Flame, the 3-horse. It's a simulation favorite. It's our top par plus. Should be forward. Ran a Z pattern in its last race. And then the 9 Outlaw Woman, consistent, 3rd up and rebounded sharply in the only other 3rd start after layoff, or at least the most recent one. Keen Annie, the 5, top C-zone, like when they pair a strong jockey and strong C-zone. Decent workouts for the first race since October. Last time the horse came off the bench and went wire to wire. And then Shield Me with Prayer, short rest, good works. Yes, horse dropping in class. I could probably cut mine down real fast, Terry, to make it work like that. So I'm going to go 3, 5, and 9 in the first leg. 3, 5, 9. And then I can go 1, 2, 4, 6. Do I need to go 1, 2, 4, 6? I can take the 1 out of there. All right, hold on 1 second. Take the 1 out of there. And then 2, 4, 6. What's that work out to be? $27?
Yeah.
Is that right? No, that's 54. So one of these I got to make 2. And then I can put 4 in another. What am I going to do here? Let's just go. All right, race 4. Anyway, I got 25 to win on the 3. I'll figure it out by the time we get to that. We still got time. So live, while we do this, Terry, tell everybody how to subscribe and make sure they don't miss any other shows.
Well, you need to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to it. Easy to do, doesn't cost anything. And then go ahead and hit that little bell, notifies you about all the programs coming up. Copy the link, share it with everybody you know, so you can come check us out. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Skies, and Horse Race the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Keep all of the races, the comments coming and picks such as you're doing today. Hello, Tayfun. Haven't seen you for a while. Best bet will come out around the 7th race.
All right. So I think I'm going to do the same order as you, Terry. Here we go. I got 3, 5, 8, 9, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. That works out to be $48 too. And then $25 to win on the 3 horse. How about that?
That sounds good.
I'm going to have to adjust my other ones later on as well. Race number 1, they are loading into the gates. The 3 horse is a prohibitive favorite at 3 to 5. So probably not a whole lot of value betting that guy in race number 1. If we're looking for some value, maybe you're going to get it in the, no, not in the 2. The 5 horse at 18 to 1, you're getting twice the odds that you should. So maybe keep an eye on that one if you're considering a horse for some longer odds, some value to throw into the mix of your exactas and trifectas. I don't think the muddy track designation is going to last very long. It looks pretty sunny and warm out there. So I would suspect by the end of the day, the track will be fast and they'll regret not keeping races on the turf, but maybe not. All right, let's get these horses in there. It's not like they've not done this before. The 6 horse looking very poised with the Christmas colors on the jockey, red and green, to go with the black and gold number 6 on that apron. And they're off in the running. And woof, a couple horses off to a sluggish start there, the 6 and the 2, but not the 5. The 5 just darted out of the gates there, Terry, and said, see if you can catch me if you can. And then, yeah. Next up is you got the 1 horse down there, Nick the Quick, too, the gray. Keeping that horse within range, making him run wide. Looks like the 5 is really pressing a little bit there. But he's 29 to 1. Matola comes home the winner. He's going to make a lot of people pretty happy to put some bucks on that guy. The 1 horse is sauntering up on the rail. Pretty good hold on both the 1 and the 5. 25.5 seconds. So nobody's really running very fast for a race that's only a mile. So there's really no excuses for the horses not in the front to stay in the front. The 3 and the 6 are giving chase. The 5 hanging in there tough. The 3 is looming boldly, as they like to say, on the outside. Really, everybody's got a chance because there's probably 5 lengths, 6 lengths from the nose of the 1 to the tail of the 4, although the 4, I think his day is done. The 5's day is done too, as he's going in reverse. The 1 horse, Nick the Quick, proving to be the quickest so far, although that 6 horse at the moment has decided he's going to go wide. Let's see what he's got. If he can run down the gray to steal the opener today, the 3 horse, the big favorite, he's kind of lugging at the end there. It's going to be the 1 horse. It's going to be an easy winner for Nicky the Quickie. And then the 6 horse is going to come in second, followed by that heavy favorite, the 3. So you got 1, 6, 3, and then the 2 as they come staggering home, the rest of them. Let's go back and look at. So you got that back bullet on the 1 right there, Terry, with that good jockey. You got to always like that. The 6 horse was the top rated first time starter. And then, of course, you had the 3 in there. So very, very workable way to get to that trifecta. And you didn't really take a whole lot of work to get there. All right, Terry. Race number 3 is on our itinerary. Next, let's talk about the 3rd of 9 today. Really 8 for me because the last one is a quarter horse race. But what's the 3rd race condition?
It's 1 mile and 70 yards, a maiden race, a purse of $43,520 for maidens 3-year-olds and upward.
Michael Herbert, how are you? Rich Terry, have you heard of betting on horses? No. What's CAWs? Is that a name of a show right there?
No, that's those syndicates that bet right at the end, I think. I think that's what it is.
I'm not a big favorite of those syndicates, to be honest with you. I don't mind them. I know they get rebates, much like folks who trade a lot of stocks, which is okay by me because they keep the money pools deeper so we can get more money if we can outsmart them. The only thing I don't like about them, and I agree with New York, is that they should be not allowed to post anything after like 3 minutes to post, so the odds just don't go from 2 to 1 to 1 to 5 when the horse is at the half mile marker.
If I'm not wrong, I think Delmar just has it so that they eliminate those 2 minutes before post.
A couple of the bigger tracks do that.
Yeah, they just started that.
Do it. Mm-hmm. I feel like they should all do it. What do you think, Terry?
Yeah, I think they should. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I mean, because I think I have a lot of friends who are the effective betting pools. Well, they do affect the betting pools. They throw a ton of money in there. It doesn't bother me to have a lot of money in the money pools. What bothers me is that they manipulate it, right? They can make a horse look like a favorite and then cancel that money and move it somewhere else, so they sway the psychology of the public. This happens a lot in the stock market. They call false bids or ghost bids, whatever you want to call them. And then for me, though, I think a lot of my friends who bet on sports, they say one of the things they don't like about horse racing is the unpredictable odds. And then you convince them to finally bet a horse, and it goes off at 3-1. And by the time it hits the quarter mile marker, it's down to 7-5. And they're like, what the hell just happened? I thought I got 3-1. I don't think that's a good look for the sport whatsoever at all. And I think it does turn off a lot of sports bettors. I know when we had on Bill Krakenberger from the show Action on Showtime, I think it was, he mentioned that was one of the things he didn't like about horse racing too. So there's a guy who would bet $20,000 on a football game, but he would only bet $6 on a horse race. So that is something I feel like they got to change. So in this race at 1.70 miles, Terry, you're looking for stalkers. 23%, however, do still win on the lead. First call at the quarter mile marker and the first call at the $1.70 marker. Outside horses do better than inside horses. So in the third race, do we have any Buffalo girls on the outside with speed, Terry?
Sure do. The 7 and the 6 both have plenty of speed. They're pretty close to one another, so they could go head-to-head to that quarter pole.
So taking a look at this race shape, Terry, everybody's either starting for the first time or not been within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. All no's except for the 2 is a yes. So if that's the case, we got to look at first-time starters, and 2 of them stand out to me, Terry. What about you?
Yeah, me too. The 1 and also the 5 stand out pretty good because they're close to the 3.0, especially that 5.
Mm-hmm. And then you look here at, is this race number 4? Race number 3? All right.
Just 3.
Oh, I think I made a mistake. I did make a mistake. No, that's the 4 horse. No, right? Yeah, that is the 4 horse.
Oh,
all right.
Sorry.
Then, yeah, it's just a scratch. And we also have second race par ability, meaning the 6 horse, if he has typical second race improvement, can run a speed figure up to 85. 80 is the average speed figure for the winning horses. A lot of horses going for the first win again, Terry. So not a lot of other data to discuss. So let's just talk about our picks.
Yeah, I like the 6 Mess Hall, finished third versus similar in the only start, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 24% of the races when bringing back a horse that's been off for 46 to 90 days and has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 1, Tapit Town. Is a first-time starter whose dam has 1 winner from 1 starter, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer, and a good workout on July 25th. Jonathan Song, the 2, has the highest last speed rating, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 22% of the maiden special weight races that he has a horse running in, and he has a good workout on July 26th at 4 furlongs. Game and Smart, the 4 is my long shot. Another first-time starter whose dam has 4 winners from 4 starters, and one of those is a stakes winner and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me.
And that opening race, Terry, if you had bet the exact 1-6,
yeah,
paid $77 for $2. That's pretty solid right now.
It is.
Yeah. And that 10-cent superfecta for a dime, $18.47. That's what happens when a strong favorite runs third. It would have been even bigger if you had run off the board. Yeah. I like the 6 horse in there too, Terry, as my top selection. Mess Hall, second race par ability, was decently bet in its debut. And one of the things I really liked about the 6 horse in its debut race is if you take a look here at the pace numbers across the board, there was really no big dip in there. In fact, a little bit of a Z pattern, a higher number, and then a little bit of dip in the middle, and then a second wind. A lot of times horses in their first race, you'll see a big drop at the end. When they don't drop at the end, they merit some view for round number 2. 2 horse for me, Jonathan Song, track dropper, coming in from Ellis Park. Before that, I think Churchill Downs. I think Ellis Park, Indiana, probably a little bit of a drop from Ellis Park to Indiana. It's a yes horse with more upside in just its 3rd career start. Game and Smart, the 4 horse, is the highest rated first timer, 2.94 out of 3 points, and does grade out a little bit better than Tapit Town just because I like the odds better. Second rated first timer does have that back bullet workout, which I think strengthens that 2-point score on the one horse. I'm going to do a 50-cent trifecta box. Cross my fingers at the 4-horse wins with the 1, the 2, the 4, and the 6 as I put more of my Benny in the bets budget into play. Race 4, again, 8 thoroughbred races, 1 quarter horse or popcorn race at the end. Terry, what are they doing in the 4th?
It's a 6-furlong race, another maiden race, $43,520 purse for maiden fillies, 3-year-olds.
Yeah, don't you just love all these maiden races, Terry?
Oh, yeah. Love them.
Me too. Early speed, 35% of the time. You get the lead, you keep the lead, you turn into the winner's circle, you pass the finish line, and nobody passes you along the way. Outside horses do better than inside horses in race number 4. So once again, Terry, let's take a look at where the speed can be found.
Well, you can see there that the inside horse has speed, the 2, followed up by that outside horse, the 8. But the 2 has quite a bit more speed than the 8 does. So if the 2 gets a good break, good decision by the jockey, should go to the front first.
So we see here the 2, the 8, and 10 want to be on the front. The 4 and the 1 want to close. The 3 and the 5 not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. And the 9, today it's debut, but only 1.63. Not that 2.5 threshold that we're looking at. And a lot of horses over yes today, Terry. Yes, meaning they've hit a speed figure of at least 76. We also screen to see, or at least simulate, those horses that can do it again today. What's the probability, Terry? And who's got the best chance of making that happen?
Well, take a look at that 4. It's 100% chance it's going to equal or exceed the speed part number for this race. All the others have a chance, except for the 5, according to the data, with the 1 being the next closest.
Well, this is really the first race. We can look at other things too. Got a pretty big class dropper there in that 2 horse, moving down 2.2 lengths. So you got the 2 horse dropping 2.2 lengths. Private Ross, that has to be a crypto code for sure. Looks like, Terry, the 2 horse also competing for the top jock spot.
It is, and also the trainer, and so I think it's the best jock trainer combination.
If we see over here, Terry, the 1 horse, that one has a 10-point last race speed figure. That's a lot for the rest to overcome, although it only ranks 3rd in our top total pace horses, 8, 10, 1, and 4. 7, a little more than 7 out of 10 winners coming out of that group. But lately, I'm noticing that our simulation odds have been pretty hot too. Terry, who do you think the hot horse is here?
Okay, I like the 1 horse. CYA would have been.
See ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
Yeah. See you wouldn't want to be ya. Yeah. She ran 2nd versus similar in her last race. Her best start speed is fast among today's starters. She has a highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Banking Silver, the 4, my second choice. Been off for 8 months, but she's been steadily working out for her return to the races. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and Lasix is added. Then I like the 10 High Summer, finished in the money in her 6 races, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 2 is my long shot, ran 6th in her last race as a favorite, but switches to high percentage winning trainer, wins 30% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again, drops in class, has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me here.
You got to say, Michael, I used to hate the maiden races too. Not really hate them, but just didn't like them as much as the other races. But since we've crafted these smart sheets, I have found that the maiden races have been a much easier to target when you look at those first-time starter scores and the second race par ability and the par ability scores and the par plus. Really paints a different picture of who can do what. So again, there's a link in the description to the smart sheets along with today's smart sheets in the description on YouTube. And if you like them, you like what we do, it's a tip jar in there. Kindly hit that. Put $1 or 2 in there for Terry and I so we can go get a cup of coffee. I like the 1 horse. Yeah. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Terry, that 10-point last race speed figure. Better than everybody else. It's got to come down a lot, or everybody else has got to come up a lot. And just missed in its last 2. Our good friend Chris Parmalu says horses that finished 2nd in the race before, it's his favorite maiden handicapping angle. The Ilimia, I think that's the name of the 2 horse. Brad Cox owns that guy, Terry. That's a pretty good trainer in there. Major class drop down 2.2 lengths. And the workouts prepping for today are fast. I don't think you're going to get 12 to 1. Banking Silver, that 4 horse, comes in from Churchill Downs. Catches the first dose of Lasix today. maybe it's kicking in already, because if you look at that July 12th workout, 4 furlongs, 46-2, Terry. That is fast. In fact, it was the fastest of 115.
Wow.
I don't care what other 114 horses you're running against. That's an eye catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, Glistening Gal, the 8-horse, should be no worse than Shotgun with the top total pace. No additional bets for me. We move to the second half of the Thoroughbred card. Terry, what does the condition book say about this one?
Well, it originally going to be on the turf at a mile, but now it's on the taken off the turf. It'll be at a mile of 70 yards on the main track. And it's for maidens, fillies, and mares, 3-year-olds and upward.
Yes, another maiden race.
That's right.
Yeah, at Hollywood, right? I mean at Horseshoe Indianapolis. All right, well, off the turf to the dirt, $170, Stalkers, Michael Jordan. That's the only 23. You know what's crazy? They're talking about retiring 23 from the NBA because of LeBron James. That almost makes me laugh.
Yeah.
If they're going to retire 23, there's only ever been 123, and that is Michael Jordan. Anyway, outside horses do better than inside horses, and yet another maiden race, Terry. So take it away on the data for race number 5.
Okay. In race 5, you can see there that there are 3 horses that are pretty close to one another out of the 5 horses that are running. And I don't know. I think if the 9 gets a good break, it should outbreak the 5 and the 3.
Yeah, the only problem with being on the outside. It looks like the 5, according to early pace, is going to give it a lot more pressure. So maybe the 5 holds the 9 to the outside. I'm not quite sure what happened here. We'll have to correct that. 5 did run the top last race speed figure. Of all of the horses with experience, the 1 and 3 not within 5 lengths of the leader, the 2 making it a go today. Only one thing here, Terry. That 3 horse has that top jockey. I don't know what happened. One of the trainers must be a 0. We'll correct that with Python when we get that cooking. Should be sooner than later. For race number 5, Terry, in this scratch shortened field, what you got?
Well, the 5 Air Force Thunder is my first choice. Ran second in her last start. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Wins 22% of the maiden claiming races that trainer has a horse running in. Extreme Dream, the 9 second choice. Finishing the money in her last 3 races, winning one of those. She has a high percentage winning trainer, was 25% of the races when taking a horse up 1 class. And then the 3 is my third choice. She has a high percentage winning trainer, was 35% of the races. Of the races when taking a horse to a maiden claiming race, and she switches to high percentage winning jockey. And then I'm going to play the last pick 4, 2, 3, 5, 9 with the 4, 6, with the 6, 7, 9 with the 3, 10, $48 ticket.
All right, well, I have to correct mine again. So it is a $48 ticket as well for $1 because Rich doesn't pay attention to the rules. And then, of course, Terry just takes out the ruler and smacks me across the knuckles as hard as he can. I'm going to start with the 3 horse in this spot. That's Kanazawa. I just wanted to say that. Showed some speed and faded in last. By far the top C zone. I like to see that with horses with speed. Look at that, 93% chance it's going to get a race today that fits its running style. And it's the only maiden special weight dropper in the field. Then I'm going to go with the 5 Air Force Thunder. 3rd start after a layoff. 3 consecutive speed figure increases and better early pace last out. Then the 9 horse. It is the simulation favorite. It is a yes horse, but the resume says you're not quite sure what to get in the 2nd start after a layoff. And then the 2 horse, Turn Up the Sunshine. It's a first timer. Most of the horses in here are no's except for the 5 and 9. So you got to give it the advantage over the 1 horse. I'm going to do a pick 4 for $1. I changed it. 3, 5, 3, 4, 7, 10, 6, 9, and 12. And then the 3 and the 5. And I'm going to put $25 to win on the only maiden special weight dropper in what I think could be a wire-to-wire effort. How long do we have to race number 2? I probably have enough time to make it through all the rest of the races. Race 6, Terry, this one might be the biggest field of the day. So what are they running for here? Are we going to special weight it again?
No, it's a 1 mile. It's an allowance race. It's purse of $41,000. It's for registered Indiana bred sired by registered Indiana stallions, fillies, and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won a race other than a maiden claiming or starter, or which have never won 2 races.
Yes, to take home the top prize at a mile, which you're looking at 1 complete trip around the track. There you go. You're looking at early speed, 35% on the lead, outside and in. So from 7 to 1, the 7 performs better than the 6 to the 5. But nobody's won from 8 and out yet, Terry. That's kind of an interesting race shape to me. So tell us who's got the speed, particularly on the outside in race number 6.
Well, you can see that the 5, 3, and 8 all have a pretty close speed. And so to me, it could go head to head between the 5 and the 3. So there you go.
So far, only 2 horses hitting par in this race. A big race, Terry. So maybe this is the best race to consider looking for some value. Any overlays that catch your eye?
Yeah, the 3 has an overlay from 5 to 1 to 15 to 1. 7's overlay is from 5 to 2 to 4 to 1. And the 10 has an overlay from 5 to 1 to 8 to 1.
We also see the 10 has a late speed advantage, the biggest in-race advantage of about 1 length. It's also the top total pace by 2.5 lengths. Every 5 points equals 1 length. Terry, you also see the 10's got some early pace. Should be a part of the mix there. Class dropper as well. Looking at the race shape, though, Terry wants to be in the back. That might work out all right. Not the strongest comfort zone, but plenty of them in here who do. This is an open race. Where would you look for jockeys and trainers, maybe?
Well, it looks to me like the 7 has the best jockey, the 7 has the best trainer, so I think that's the best combination.
Jay's Naughty Kitten. That sounds like a naughty kitten. All right. Anyway, 10, 7, 6, and 3 are your top 4 total pace horses, Terry. Again, winners come out of there. That 10 horse, kind of attractive with that big total pace edge. It's not even in your picks, Terry. Who are?
No, I went with the 4, gonna get a Charge. These names really get me. She finished second versus similar in her last race. She has a highest last race speed rating, and she can go the distance. She's a whirlwind. The 6 is stumbled in her last race and finished very poorly, but I'm going to ignore that race. And she finished second in the race before. Jay's Naughty Kitten, the 7's my 3rd choice, likes Parks Racing, finishing the money 44% of the races here, winning 17% of those, and has a high percentage winning jockey trainer. And then Classic Kitten, the 9, also likes Parks Racing, been in the money 50% of the time, winning 13% of those races. And she, at today's distance, she's been in the money 67% of the time, wins 33% of the races. That's it for me.
I'm going to go with the 7, Jay's Naughty Kitten. Jay's Naughty Kitten is a simulation favorite, better early pace and last, very high C-zone, and the top par plus horse. The 10 horse, Midnight Caper, as I mentioned, nobody's won from post position 8 or out, but does have the top total pace, 12 points on a class drop. Only one of 2 yes horses in the race. Gonna get you. There you go. Just missed in its last race, that 4 horse. Z Pattern with better late speed. And then finally the 3 horse, Passion for Justice. I'm going to take a flyer here, Terry, on this one. This guy should be close to the front. You see right there in the mix. On the inside, right distance, ran it 3 times, got a couple of wins and a close second. Hasn't won anything else in 22 races at any other distance. So a horse for the 1 mile course, 50-cent trifecta box, 3, 4, 7, 10 in the biggest field of the day, I think, which should open up the door perhaps to a nice ticket. Race 7 coming up, Terry's best bets. Before we get to Terry's best bet, Terry, tomorrow we'll be back for Saratoga. Thursday, we're going to do Del Mar. And Friday, Foreign Friday, not 100% sure what Foreign Friday is going to bring. But with that being said, Terry, what's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of it?
Well, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell so you're notified about all the different programs coming up. Copy the link, share it with all your friends, neighbors, relatives, everybody you know, so they can come check us out. Go to our social sites that are scrolling down at the bottom here at Horse Race Number 2 Day. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and keep these comments coming. We enjoy to see them, and also picks. We like to see your picks.
We like to see everything. All right, so in this race number 7, which is Terry's best bet, you got a lot of courage here, Terry. Best bet? What's your best bet running for?
Okay, it was on the turf at 5 furlongs, and now it's going to be on the main track at 5 furlongs. And it's a maiden race again. for a purse of $43,520 for maidens, fillies, 2-year-olds.
Yeah, this one's off the turf. I don't have any data soon. And I mean, really soon. I've been up late at night working on converting using ChatGPT my thoughts into Python so they can do a bunch of analysis. We're going to have something really crafty coming up on Profile of the Winners. I'm hoping things go right as early as next week, but never things go right. So probably 2 weeks out, I would suspect. I think you're going to love it. All right, Terry. Well, this race is, again, one that's loaded up with a bunch of first-time starters. The 9 and 11 haven't been within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. So we look here at our first-time starter numbers again. Terry, what do you see?
Well, you can see there that 12 is 2.99 out of 3. And then followed up with the 7, I think that is, or no,
I think that's the
6 at 2.65 or something like that. And then the 7 at 2.33.
Yeah, along with the 1. And you got the 9 horse in here with second race par ability, Terry. All right, well, this is your best bet. There's really nothing really data to talk about. So tell us why More Carrots is your best bet.
Well, it wasn't my original best bet, but because of all the scratches in the turf races, I had to change, and I decided to go with something that maybe get a little bit of a price on. Number 7, More Carrots. She is first-time starter who's breeding suits today's sprint distance. She has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer, and a good workout on the 24th of July. Collective Beauty, another first-time starter, the 6 horse. Has breeding that suits today's distance as well. And she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer too, and a good workout on the 24th. And then number 9, Charcoal Queen, has a high percentage winning trainer. Her dam has 3 winners from 5 starters and a good workout on July 29th. The number 12, Let's Sansit, is a first-time starter as well, has a high percentage winning trainer, and she has a bullet workout on July 26th. I'm going to bet $10 to win on the 7, then a $10 exact, a 7 on top with a 6, 9, 12, and then a $10 exacta box, 7, 6, then 7, 9, then 7, 12. That's it.
All right. I have the 12 horse at the top of my tickets, that 2.99 horse with that bullet and go. Number 6 is Collective Beauty. This is a $240,000, almost a $250,000 horse for trainer Brad Cox. Good workouts, and this horse is here to collect the check, probably the winning check to get some of that $250,000 back. Charcoal Queen, that 9 horse, was a tough call for me. Well, not really. It was a second race par ability for sure. Decently bet, but rising in class. Fast workout since its last race. Number 1, Lady Blast. It was a tough call for me over your 7, Terry. More Carrots, as they're both tied for the same first-time scorer. But the trainer for the 1 has only entered 10 horses so far at Horseshoe, won 4 of those races. Teamed up with jockey Marcelino Pedroza 3 times. They won 2 of those races, finished in the money in the other. So 100% of the time they've hit the board. So this guy's pretty good at placing his horses. He's pretty good at making sure the right jockey's on it. So I'm going to take the higher odds. 50-cent trifecta box, 1, 6, 9, 12. And then a $3 double to spend almost the rest of my money. But not enough left to make another bet. 6-12 over to 3-5 in the final leg. All right, race 8 is the last of the thoroughbred races, Terry. They're mulling around on the track at Horseshoe. So let's go through the itinerary for race number 8.
Okay, so for 8, it was going to be in a mile and an 1/8 on the turf, but now it's off the turf and it will be run at a mile and 16th.
So we have no data for a mile and a 16th. It's off the turf. So the only thing we have is some information here in our. There's only 4 horses in this race, Terry. So a couple quick things. The 3 is a big simulation favorite. All yeses, all of them PC types. They all have over 50% C zones. It looks like the only horse that's not really fitting in on the top total pace is the 6. 5 should have the lead. All right, Terry, for the last time today, who's going to win race number 8?
I like the 3. She can go on top or come from off the pace, which is an angle I like, winning the last 3 races in a row, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 10. She won her last 2 races in a row, goes for a hat trick. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Miss Jeopardy, the 5, won her last start at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. The 6 is my long shot, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm no more money, so I'm not going to make a bet.
Well, the 3 is going to be a big favorite, probably. Top last race speed figure with all the scratches, 4 points better than everybody else. And 3 consecutive speed figure increases. That's a 15% plus angle, alpha angle. Barry Meadows out of his book, The Skeptical Handicapper. Miss Jeopardy, the 5 horse, could be out front by herself, right? That's what we see here. And look at this. Also has the best late pace figure. So if that horse gets to the front, it should be able to hang on. And the top total pace horse. Literary, the 6 horse. That one's next for me. Best published workout between races, but horse doesn't really come off the bench ready to go. And then finally, Rafaela, the 10 horse, better across the board with all of its race internals last time out. Has a tune-up workout between races, and it's been on an off track 3 times, finishing the money all 3. I don't think that's going to be an issue by the time they get to this race.
Yeah, and the 3 was my original best bet of the day, but with all the scratches, I figured it's going to pay very little. Answered Don Johnson's question about Parks. Starts again on August 18th. So
yeah, we got a couple more weeks to go. What about today is the 5th, so 13 more days. So would that be a week from Monday then?
Yep.
Back to Parks we shall go. All right, so they're loading up for race number 2. In race number 2, the favorite is the 9 horse at 3-2. So it would be nice if the 3 horse won, because that would give me my $100 back in all likelihood to come close. All right. So we're just waiting for that favorite, that 9 horse at 3-2 to load. He's in. It looks like they're about ready to open up the gates. And John Dooley tell us what is going on. And what's going on at the beginning is the 3 horse has darted his way to the front. The 4 horse is in second place. The 1 horse down on the rail with the 9 to the outside as they got a pretty tight hold on the front. This race going, what is it, 6 furlongs, Terry? Yes. So let's see what that opening fractions look like. Everybody looks like they're running pretty easily up on the front. 23.12, so not going all that fast. Still, it's a reasonable pace. The 4 horse, the 1 horse, the jockey on the 4 is asking him to go. The jockey on the 1. Still a really tight hold on that 3 horse right now, Terry. The 4 and the 1 being asked to go. The favorite is going to have to make a very wide trip to get himself up to the front there. He's coming hard, though. 3 has got the lead through the turn. He got the turn pretty tight. Question is, does he have the legs to finish it out? I don't really see anybody closing in on that guy right now. 4 horse is trying to get to him on the outside. I don't think he's going to get to him. I think the 3 horse, Terry, is going to go wire to wire, although the 4 is going to make it a lot closer than I want at the wire. Come on, wire, get there. Oof, it's going to be close. The 4 may have gotten me. That's going to suck.
Sorry.
It's also killing. Well, I don't know if he got him or he didn't get him. I'm going to guess that he did get him.
Because if he got him, we were knocked out of the pick fours.
It looks like the cameraman is focusing on the 3, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's see. I'm watching it again. It's coming up.
That looked like an awful, like the jockey took his eye off. Thought he had the race, right?
Yeah.
Because he never really asked the horse for more at the end. Where in the hell is that wire? Come on, wire, get there.
3 got it.
You think the 3 won?
I do. I think the 3 got it.
Well, I usually don't win photos, so we shall see.
Here, they're going to show it again here.
Ooh, I don't know, Terry. That's going to be close. I think the 4 got him, unfortunately.
Do you really?
Yeah, I could be wrong. Usually. Anyway, all right. So the last race of the day is going to be race number 9. It's 250 yards, Terry. I don't have any data on that. We just got picks. I don't have any thoughts to my picks. I'm sure you got thoughts for yours. What are they?
Yeah, I'm finishing this up. Let's see. 4 got him at the end. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Let's go here. It's for me in the 9th race. I like Cowboy on the Fly, the 9, or in second in his last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer, and then the 11 has Kelly Girl finished in the money in 3 races out of 4 career starts, winning 1 of those. Disco Lady ran second in her last race, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. She's a 6, and then the 4 is my long shot. Won her last race at Horseshoe Indianapolis. That's it for me today.
I told you I don't win photos, Terry. 11, 9, 2, and 6. That is the way I'm going to close out the show again. Tomorrow, we shall do Saratoga. Hopefully, none of my horses give it up at the very last bob. And then on Thursday afternoon, we'll do Del Mar. Not quite sure what Foreign Friday holds yet, but we'll find that out. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and then make sure you join us for that. Here are our picks for the full part of today. In race number 1, I think the 1-horse won. Race number 2, the 4-horse won. So we're not going to have anything else for the rest of the day. Here's the way we see the rest of the day in here. As far as the rest of our bets are concerned, we just got knocked out of our first pick 4 by a nose. Maybe a trifecta box in the next race for me. Race number 5, pick 4 for the both of us. Another chance for a 3-horse to disappoint me. Race number 6, a trifecta box. Race number 7, another trifecta box, a double Terry's best bet. No bets in race 8, race number 9. Any final thoughts from you, Terry, before we get up and get out of here and lick our wounds after a tight loss in that second race there?
Yeah, my thought is, boy, it sure seems like you always get nipped right at that wire. I hope that doesn't keep happening to either of us. So just have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow at Saratoga.
Yeah, the 4-horse was, just an interesting look here real quick. 4-horse was a yes horse. He was one of the biggest class droppers and a pretty decent jockey trainer combination in that mix as well. Was the 4th favorite in there. Should have been up close and right in the mix too on the top total pace. And anyway, that's the way that one played out. All right, no matter what you're doing for the rest of this day, I hope that you win all your photo finishes, that all of your life goals, endeavors, have God's blessings, God's favor, and every single thing that you do, Mr. Terry, ends up in
the winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully your horse gets to the winner's circle in the next few races. Have a fantastic, terrific, Terry, Tuesday.